What's up? What's up? What's up, world? Welcome to episode 6 of the Toughest Balls podcast on this beautiful day, Friday, June 28, 2019. And we got a few things we're going to get into today. Since it's a gorgeous day, feeling a little good. So we're going to talk about what's going down this weekend. First off, we're going to get into AEW Fighter Fest and a few matches that I want to bring up that's going down. Also, NBA free agency is coming up, and also an interview Andre Iguodala did with the Breakfast Club, and a couple of things I want to point out that he brought up. Also, we got this weekend the Yankees and the Red Sox, the London series over in the UK. So that should be something different. The UK, getting some baseball. That's a horrible accent. I'm sorry. Yeah, so we're going to talk about that, and also the BET Award winners. And I got a little side note because we got a little news in the WWE with some newly hired OGs in the game. We got a few things we're going to bring up on this show. So sit tight and get your snacks. We're going to have some fun today. First off, we're going to get into AEW Fighter Fest. That's tomorrow night, June 29th. It should be a good one, hopefully. This is a free show, so if you want to tune in, you got to check it out on BR Live, Bleacher Report Live. There will be airing Fighter Fest. Few matches I want to get into that I'm interested in. First off, we got Cody Rhodes versus Darby Allin, and people were wondering why Cody would take this match right before Fight of the Fallen, right before All Out comes up in August. Why would Cody take a match with somebody as dangerous as Darby Allin? From the things that I've seen of Darby Allin, they remind me a lot of Finn Balor, but he seems a little more sinister than Finn Balor. I think this is going to be a good one. Hopefully Cody, Darby Allin doesn't, run circles around Cody. We all know what Cody can do in the ring. But Darby Allin, this guy is different, This guy, he's something to watch, and I think it should be an interesting match, a different match. I think you're going to see two different, distinctly different styles when it comes to Kobe versus Darby. So we will see what happens at the end of this match. I don't know who to pick in this match. To be honest, I don't know who to pick. I'm not picking anyone. I'm just going to enjoy this match and sit back and enjoy this match and see what happens. I'm not picking anybody in this match because I don't know. You would think Cody should pick up the win, but I don't think it's a guarantee when you got someone like Darby Allin as your opponent. So we got that match, Cody versus Darby. That should be a good one. Also, the other match I want to bring up, we got The Elite, that being Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros, Phoenix and Pentagon Jr., and the Laredo Kid with them. So we got a 3-on-3 tag match. Now, I think this one might steal the show just because what you see the Young Bucks and what the Lucha Bros can do. We see we saw what Lucha Bros can do. We saw what they did at Double or Nothing. We seen what they did in TNA. We seen some of this. I seen some of the stuff what they did in AAA. So the Lucha Bros are awesome. You wonder why WWE. Now you know why WWE wanted these guys. These guys are awesome. They can go. They seem to be very tough. All those Mexican wrestlers, they're so freaking tough, man. And this one should steal the show. You know, I believe it should steal the show because you have Kenny Omega. He lost to Chris Jericho at Double or Nothing, so he's got to make a good showing. And the Young Bucks, of course, recently lost the AAA Tag Team Championships back to the Lucha Bros. So the Lucha Bros got their AAA belts back, and we got that whole beef going on there. The Laredo Kid, he's exciting too. I haven't seen much of him, so I can't sit here and rave about him and talk about him. I haven't seen much of him, only some highlights, but what I've seen, he's going to bring something awesome to the table in this match, and I think it should steal the show. The next match I want to get into, you got Jon Moxley versus Joey Janela. Now, the past few weeks, Joey Janela has been talking a good game. If you've been following the whole beef between him and Jon Moxley, they're both rigid, violent style wrestlers, and Joey Janela claims that he's been doing things that Jon Moxley can only imagine, since Jon Moxley, formerly known as Dean Ambrose, was in WWE. And to paraphrase, Joey Janela basically said that Dean Ambrose guy was watered down. He wasn't able to do what Jon Moxley does, and you don't know what you're getting yourself into because you've been out of this world for some time. So Joey Janela is basically saying this hardcore thing, this crazy death type match thing, this is my world now. And Jon Moxley, you have to prove yourself against me. And personally, I don't think you should do that with Jon Moxley. You shouldn't send any type of threats his way because it can get violent. If you've seen what Jon Moxley has done before he was in WWE, a lot of you wouldn't watch it. It's that crazy. It is that crazy. We're talking about more violent than stuff Mick Foley has done. And Mick Foley is probably the hardcore god to most of those guys. But I don't think you should try to poke the lion, so to say, when it comes to Joey Janela saying the things he has said about Jon Moxley. I know the other one, the last match I said with the Elite versus the Lucha Bros and Laredo Kid could be the show stealer or not. But now that I think about it, this also can be a show stealer just off of pure violence. But I don't think it should get that violent. But I don't know. I don't know what AEW plan is. I don't know what they are allowing Moxley and Joey Janela to do. But it's going to be a violent match, and I know Moxley is going to win this one. No question. I'm not even wondering about this match. He's going to take that. So those are the three matches I am interested in when it comes to Fyter Fest. Fyter Fest, again, going down this Saturday night. The pre-show starts at 7:30, and the main card begins at 8:30. It all can be seen on Bleacher Report Live, which I like personally. I think Bleacher Report Live is a great way of watching your content. So shout out to Bleacher Report Live. Should be a good one. It's going down tomorrow night, so enjoy, folks. The next thing I want to get into, I know I brought it up on a few other episodes, but it's been intriguing what's happening in the NBA when it comes to free agency. And now that with the Lakers and they got LeBron last year, and now they're going to get Anthony Davis, and now you hear they have 32 million of cap space to sign a max free agent, so they can try to pull in maybe a Kemba Walker or Kyrie to join their team. And already the NBA season just ended, and I'm already excited about the next season getting started. The NBA is being very smart with their marketing, with keeping their news in the forefront, even during the off season. I think the NFL does a good job as well, but the NFL has longer because their last game, the Super Bowl, is played in February, and you have so many months to try to keep people intrigued and looking forward to your product for the next season. But the NBA, boom, right away, you got Anthony Davis on the Lakers, and you got you don't know where Kyrie Irving and Kawhi and Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant, you don't know where any of these guys are going. We think we may know where they're going, but we at the end of the day, we don't know. The NBA machine is moving along well. Like, they're moving along well right after the finals got over. So we're not going to stop talking about the NBA all off season. We're going to be talking about, especially this weekend when free agency starts on Sunday. So once that starts, all bets are off. Like, we shall see where these guys will land. And if the Lakers become a somewhat super team now, hearing people on hearing people saying that Kawhi is going to meet with the Clippers and the Lakers. So what if that happens? Kawhi comes back home to his hometown, to LA, and he ends up with, I personally, if he goes home to LA, I hope it's the Clippers. I really don't want to see Kawhi with Anthony Davis and LeBron James. You know, that reason being, I didn't want to see Kevin Durant in a Golden State uniform with the type of team Golden State already had together. Now you put Kawhi with Anthony Davis and LeBron James. Like, really? Really? We going to do that? That's what we're going to do, NBA? We're going to put three I don't want to say superstars. Supreme top superstars. Guys that sell tickets, guys that put butts in seats. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to see that. Now, if Kawhi goes to the Clippers, I'm with that, because I believe the Clippers have a team without a superstar right now that if they add one superstar, they can get to a championship, or at least go deep in the playoffs until they can add another piece. But I think they can compete for a championship if they add Kawhi. Now, the Lakers, if Kawhi goes there, I'm going to say what I said about the Golden State Warriors. That's a cheat code team. They better win. They better win. You know, but that's not something I want to see. It's not something I'll be excited about. Now, Lakers fans, they've only been suffering for, a small amount of time, not as near as other franchises, but I know they're yeah, Kawhi, AD, LeBron, we want it. Yeah, it's LA. Y'all want everything. Y'all greedy. Yeah, of course you want it. Yeah, you want everything. You probably want Kawhi too. You probably want Kawhi and Kemba and Kawhi all to join LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Y'all love that. Of course, you wouldn't say nothing because you know championships are coming. I didn't expect to hear anything else from Lakers fans. But come on. Nobody wants to see that. Just like I didn't want to see Kevin Durant in the Golden State. I do not want to see that. But at the same time, this off to see what happens, what goes down is still interesting and intriguing and exciting. So we shall see what will go down because it's big stuff, folks. It's not no little stuff here. This is big stuff. We talking about big dollars, big money, ticket sales, merchandise. This is money. That's what we talking about. But other teams are going to suffer. Now, with the Knicks not getting the number one pick, what's going to happen with them? They got R.J. Barrett, the third overall pick, and he should be a great player. He should turn out into a great NBA player. But as a team, what are they going to get in this offseason? Can they still land a star or two, or will those stars go to the Nets? Because that's who everybody. That's the team in New York. It seems like that these guys are willing to go to. I don't think any of them are really talking about the Knicks right now. It seems like the front runners in this free agency is Brooklyn, is the Lakers, is the Clippers, and Boston. And maybe a couple, sprinkle a couple other teams in there, but those seem to be the four front runners to land, a big name or two. So, yeah, it's very, very, very interesting what's going on in the NBA, and I'm excited about that. So, we got that all going on in the NBA. Sticking with the NBA, specifically one person, and that's Andre Iguodala of the Golden State Warriors. He recently had an interview on the Breakfast Club, and he said a few things that was eye popping, and a couple of those things that I want to talk about. First off, is that Andre Iguodala said not just people hate on Steph Curry, but other NBA players hate on Steph Curry. Like, whoa. He said, no, not really the younger players. It's really the OGs in the game that hate on Steph Curry. That's not a good look. That's not a good look if that's true. Because when you talk about anything that's a brotherhood, like the NBA support their own. And you have veterans, OGs, that are supposed to be somewhat guiding the youth. And it seems like that's not really happening. Maybe with some players, you hear about some OGs and they have mentored current NBA players. They have mentored current NBA. So there are some players that are all about setting the standard and getting the focus right for the generation that came in after them. But I guess there's other players that's looking at these young boys like, hey, you taking my spot, so we're competing. I'm not trying to help you. Which in a way is understandable, but at the same time, if you've been in the game for a long time and you're hating on a guy like Steph Curry, I mean, is it the whole light skin thing? Because we think people may like him more because he's light skinned. He has, light skinned wife. He has a light skinned family, and they're beautiful. And I think they're, great looking family, great looking people. But Could it be that people hating on him because of that? Is it because of the success? Is it because of the success that didn't really take him that much time to get to multiple championships and multiple MVPs? Could it be that? I don't know. But that's interesting that Andre Iguodala made that observation that he sees it himself. I wouldn't know. He would know. He's on a roll with Steph Curry. He knows a ton of other players in the league, and he sees things that we don't. So I believe, yeah, we could say it's his opinion, but I think you gotta take the man for his word, because we only can learn from people that have experienced certain things, So that was one thing that he brought up that was something that caught my ear. Also, what he said about his former coach, Mark Jackson, and what he believes is happening to Mark Jackson. He believes that because of certain situations that was going on while Mark Jackson was the head coach at Golden State, that he's being blackballed out of the league right now, out of the NBA, because of those things. And I don't want to get into those specific things. I think, one was being that he was doing like a Bible study or something, like via webcam or something. I don't know, something to that nature. I don't want to get into all that, because to me, none of that matters. If the man is putting together a good team, and you see you're headed in the right direction, and you're going to be competing for championships in the coming years, why get rid of him? Because of his religious beliefs? Because of what he was doing at the facility, practicing those religious beliefs? Is it that? Because if that's why he's being blackballed, I'm gonna say right now, that's lame as hell. That's lame. I never heard anything more lame. Because somebody's practicing their religion at an NBA facility, whether it's their practice facility or whatever. He's in his office, whatever. Should that matter? The man is producing on the court. The numbers don't lie. We saw the direction Golden State was headed in when they let Mark Jackson go and they brought in Steve Kerr. And Steve Kerr, he gives Mark Jackson the credit. He says Mark Jackson put together a great team. Steve Kerr gives Mark Jackson the credit, even though Steve Kerr is a good coach himself. Maybe even great coach. But that's hard to say with great coach when you take over somebody else's work, when the work was already put in before you got there. So is Mark Jackson greater than what we're saying he is? I think he is, because I saw it before Steve Kerr got there. They were headed towards championships. They were headed that way. And to let that get in the way of keeping a relationship of somebody that helped bring the organization success, that's dirty. That's dirty. We all know all these corporate entities. It's a dirty game. And if management and ownership not getting their way, and then it'll affect the team. Now this move didn't affect the team in a negative way, but I believe any other team that loved their coach, it would affected them in a negative way. Even though these guys are professionals, you still have personal feelings for your coach. You call him coach for the rest of your life and his life. When you see him, hey, coach, no matter if he's still working with the team or not. Mark Jackson, I believe it's Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. He's always going to be, hey, coach, every time they see him. Hey, coach. So, I mean, I just hate. I mean, Andre Iguodala, he lived it. He knows it. So, I mean, we gotta take him for his word. And I just have to say that was a good interview. I was surprised with that interview, and kudos to Andre Iguodala for just putting himself out there and not caring what people think. He's just being real, as real as he knows how to be. So, credit to Andre Iguodala. As we move along, as I brought up earlier, we're going to mention and get into the London series happening this weekend between the Yankees and the Red Sox in the UK. Yeah, mate. Yeah, in the UK. Yeah, I want some tea and crumpets. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. That's horrible. I'm sorry. I mean, I can't help it when I say UK. You know, I like a few UK rap. I've never been there, but I mean that is the mother of America, isn't it? I mean, that's where these. Never mind. We're not going to get into all that, but we got that going down. The London series, and I was just watching Dan Le Batard with Stugotz. And Stugotz was wondering, why are we sending our best two Major League Baseball teams to London to try to make baseball more of a world sport? Why are we sending our two best teams? And that question is kind of stupid when you think about it. That's a stupid question. If you're trying to globalize your sport in other markets, in other world markets, in other countries, and you're bringing a product to them, wouldn't you bring your two best teams? I mean, it's not a question. I mean, I don't think that the Tampa Bay Rays and the Marlins would sell the same as the Yankees and the Red Sox. Even though the UK may not follow baseball, I believe they know who the Yankees and the Red Sox are. Just like we know who Manchester United are. We know about those soccer teams, what we call soccer, what they call football teams. We know about those teams because they're globally. I don't watch Manchester United soccer, but I know about them. So I believe the world knows about the Red Sox and Yankees. So if people are wondering why you're seeing your two best teams, I mean, is that a question? Like, really, are you really asking that question? That's crazy to me, to really wonder why you send your two best teams. I mean, come on, it's simple math. It's money. It's about money. We send the highest rated. We send the top selling teams. That's who we send over there. All right, so that should be exciting series for the next few days. You know, so we will see who wins that short series over in the UK. And also, with that said, the New York Yankees have homered in 29 straight games. Home runs in 29 straight games, which is a Major League Baseball record. The last one in 28. They can keep climbing up from here with that home run record. Now let's see how many straight games, how many home runs they can get in the London series to keep that going. So that's gonna be, to me, I just want to see how many UK fans, how many England fans turn out for this. I believe it should sell out. I believe it should be a ton of people because, hey, it's the Yankees. I believe if Manchester United came over to America, that game will be sold out because of the prestige Manchester United brings. They are one of the standards in soccer. Okay? So that's a popular franchise worldwide. So I believe this one should bring out a good amount of UK. But I still want to see how many fans show up. I want to see how many fans in the crowd because during the regular season in America, looking at the crowd pretty much sucks if you're not watching Yankees and Red Sox. I mean, some of those crowds looks like it's barely 100 people in the crowd. I mean, it's tough to watch. That's how you know baseball is mostly TV money, but that's neither here nor there. We're talking about the London series, and it should be. I'm hoping it's a good one. I hope they put on a show for the UK fans, knowing that they're traveling to the UK representing America. Okay, so I hope they represent good. Of course, you don't have to ask who I want to win. It's those doggone Yankees. That's who I want to win. Is that a question? No. I'm a Yankees fan. I want my Yankees to win, especially against the Red Sox. Ugh. Okay? Gotta win against the Red Sox every time this season. Every time. All right? So, let's go Yankees. Bop, 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 bop. Let's go Yankees. Bop, 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 bop. All right? All right, all my Yankees fans, let's get turned up. Support our team. All right? Let's do this. It's our squad. Let's go Yankees. Let's do this. London series this weekend. Enjoy, folks. That should be a great series. What I want to get into next is some what happened this past Sunday night. We had the BET Awards. BET Awards, son. Okay. That went down. And I just want to talk about a few of the winners that won at the awards. We had Bruno Mars winning for male R&B pop artist. Michael B. Jordan, Best Actor. Viewer's Choice went to Ella Mai for her song Trip. So I love that song. That was my song. You feel me? I think a lot of dudes like Ella Mai. I know I do. The Humanitarian Award went to the late great, and I hate that I'm saying it's the late great Nipsey Hussle. I love Nipsey, man. Like, so the Humanitarian Award went out to him. The best collaboration went to Drake and Travis Scott for Sicko Mode. That was an anthem. I don't care what nobody say. When Sicko Mode came on, when you heard those organs, you got up. That song should have won that best collab. I mean, it was some good ones in that category though. A lot with 21 Savage and J. Cole could have won. Taste with Tiger and Offset. You know, it was some. I like it with Cardi B, Bad Bunny, and Jay. That was a tough category for Sicko Mode, Travis Scott, and Drake. They should be proud of themselves because that was a tough category. Because I wouldn't have been upset if 21 Savage got that or Taste with Offset and Tiger. Boop boop boop. Come on, last summer that was a song. Boop boop boop. Now let me stop. I don't want to get in trouble. This is a podcast. We're not no radio station. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't got any copyright use. No, we're not gonna get in trouble here. But yeah, Sicko Mode. Shout out to Travis Scott and Drake for that one. Of course, we had Mary J. Blige getting a Lifetime Achievement Award, and we got to see her do the Mary Dance. I'm sorry, if you're a wrestling fan, you don't know what the Mary Dance is. Look up Mary J. Blige dancing on Google. You will see Mary J. Blige. It just sounded like she's not a great dancer. We just like to see her dance. You know what I'm saying? Because you will hear, go Mary, go. Oh, once you start doing that, oh, it's going down. Mary did her thing. She got the Lifetime Achievement. I mean, I grew, oh, man, I was 14, 15 when Mary J. Blige first came out. Oh, man, talking about staying power. Mary J. Of course, Sportsman of the Year went to Steph Curry. Could I mean it could I mean it could went to Tiger Woods, it went to Kevin Durant. You know, we had injuries, but hey, it went to Steph Curry. He deserved it. Shout out to him. Video of the year went to "This Is America" by Childish Gambino, which is a good video. Good video, good meaning. There's some controversy behind that song because it was, I forget the artist. It said, I mean, I listened to the track it could have been stolen from, and it sounded a lot. "This Is America" sounded a lot like it. So, I mean, Childish Gambino gained success off of that. But that was a good video, even though I'm not with all the girly dancing and stuff. That still was a good video. And in that category, you had Cardi B and Bruno Mars with "Please Me," so that was a big record. A Lot Again by 21 Savage. Man, what's up? Come on, man, get 21 Savage something, bro. Like seriously, Ape-ish. I don't. This is a clean show. I haven't put vulgar content on this podcast. I haven't listened to this podcast. It's vulgar or using profane language, so we're gonna keep it clean until this show starts to grow. But yeah, we had Ape-ish by the Callers, which wasn't a fan of, but that was more of like a Migos track. Yeah, Money, man, Cardi B, yeah, Money by Cardi B, Nice for What by Drake. uh a movie, best movie was Black Klansman, which I still gotta check out. I've been meaning to check that movie out since last year. I'm horrible. I'm probably gonna watch it this weekend so I can say my thoughts on it. I heard the original story is a true story, so if you haven't seen it, check it out. I know probably a lot of people have seen it. If you've seen it, let me know. Comment, let me know in the comments, whether you're listening to on Apple Podcast or Spotify or whatever. Leave a comment. Let me know how that movie was. Um, also, best new artist went to Lil Baby. We had a few good artists in that category. Had Blueface, had Juice WRLD, had City Girls, and Queen Naija was in that one too. Yeah, so best group, of course, the Migos. Like, who's gonna win that in the last 3-4 years? Like, Migos got that on lock. Yeah, so Regina King, best actress. Beyonce, female, wins for female R&B pop artist. Sportswoman of the year went to Serena Williams. I mean, there was a plethora of awards. I mean, just award after award. Ultimate Icon went to Tyler Perry. Video Director of the Year, Karina Evans. Best New International Act. I mean, just category. Male hip hop artist went. I was glad for that one. Went to Nipsey Hussle. Oh man, y'all don't know, man. Like, bringing up Nipsey like break my heart every time. Like, I really feel like crying every time I hear about Nipsey going. This hurt me real close, y'all. So I mean, tough one, tough. Female hip hop artist went to Cardi B. Album of the year also Invasion of Privacy, Cardi B. I mean, Cardi B, she's a character. I actually liked her last album, Invasion of Privacy. Hopefully her next album will be just as good. But man, she deserves all the credit she's getting. Cardi B is that woman right now. Personally, I like her better than Nicki Minaj. I won't move on. I mean, come on now. I mean, my girl is Remy Ma. Like, there ain't no other female MC that's touching Remy Ma. That's my baby. Okay, what nobody say, but Cardi B doing her this thing. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. I mean, she's a character. And I didn't like her before this album. I'm gonna be honest. Before Bodak Yellow, I did not like her. So kudos to Cardi B. Shout out to her for just winning. So yeah. Before we get out of here, I want to get into side note while we got a few minutes left. And that being WWE hiring Paul Heyman to run Monday Night Raw on the TV side, and Eric Bischoff to run SmackDown on the TV side. Now, people want to know, like, is this in a direct thing just because of AEW? I think it is. I think it's because of AEW. Vince McMahon is trying to snatch up everybody he can because he does not want them going to work for the competitor. Now, with that said, there's some people speculating that because of relationships with podcasts and other current WWE talent, well, people working for WWE and other people that are connected to AEW, that this may be some type of working relationship between AEW and WWE. And I'm going to shut all that down right now. Because if that were true, the Young Bucks and Cody were offered to come back to WWE. Why wouldn't they go back? So we're going to pretend that we're not going back, but if you invest in this new company, Vince, this will be great for wrestling. You giving Vince McMahon too much credit. I don't think he's thinking like that. Vince McMahon only cares about what's presented as WWE. AEW is not presented as WWE. Now, they have a great product, and hopefully this fall that weekly show will be great, but I don't believe in any of that. Some people do, but I think that was something to I mean, it was like what? When you heard like WWE hires Paul Heyman to run Raw on the TV side and Eric Bischoff to run SmackDown on the TV side. Now, people thinking it's going to be different. I'm hoping it's different. I kind of like Eric Bischoff, and I love Paul Heyman. I love Paul Heyman. That's my dude. But we all know with WWE, care if it's Raw or SmackDown, Vince McMahon has the final say. And I don't care what Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff come up with. Vince McMahon. Well, I'm going to say this once again. Vince McMahon has the final say. And with that said, that's another edition of Tough as Balls. I'm glad you were able to join me on this Friday. I think this is going to be our weekly thing, Friday. So we're going to be doing this thing every Friday. Glad you were able to join me. I don't know what we're going to talk about on the next show because there's some things I still gotta. There's a lot of things going on, and we're going to get into. We got so much to talk about. There's not anything boring going on when it comes to sports, when it comes to wrestling, that being AEW, WWE, New Japan, and Ring of Honor. So we're going to talk about a lot on the next episode of Tough as Balls. I am your host, Mark Brown. Thank you for joining me. Peace. Not like cocaine, but we're flying high. Living G4 class, now we touch the sky. In the meantime, we keep on making moves. In this limelight, you always gotta show and prove. If we fall down, we get back up again. It's the will inside the battle to the very end. Green light, watch that green light. Man, I worked so hard, get the team right. Had to put it on my back, make it breathe life. Now I'm moving non-stop.